Hello, Leo. It's typical that a cat should turn up and cause trouble when I'm trying to set up for your reading. So I just thought you might be interested to see that Bess has arrived and that she's bothering me. She's got a butt in place where I need to place down my cards. Right, I'm going to give her a fuss and wait till she moves, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, Leo, the cat has gone. We're safe. She's been playing with these crystals as well. Sorry for the bad lighting. It's very pink, which may be part of the reading, which you'll see in a minute. Basically, my children are off school now because of lockdown until the mid-February, so I'm homeschooling. It's taking up a lot of my time. I'm basically an unpaid teaching assistant at this point, and my son needs my PC to work, so trying to get the reading done before they get up and out of bed for their school day. So, which leads me to my first song. Now, I channeled the song. So if you're worried about politics, what's going on globally, I was kind of thinking how grateful I am that I have this new connection to the universe. I've always had my own belief system, which is kind of that everything exists. There's no one religion that's correct. All the religions are correct because they're all part of this, like, the one, right? The one, everything exists. Everything is part of this, like, universal godly energy, whatever you want to call it, this divine energy. Everything is one thing, like one big machine, which has always been kind of like my belief system. And then at the start of last year, kind of when this kind of stuff, started happening, it was very much like the universe was like, "Hi, I'm here," and it didn't change my belief system, but it reinforced it in a very spiritual way. And I was watching a TV show yesterday. I don't remember the name of it, but it's new on Netflix, and it's about mediumship and past life regression, like not regression, but near death experiences. That's the word I was looking for. So I was watching like the first two episodes of this, and thinking about like what I could relate to and what I couldn't relate to. And I was just sort of thinking, I'm really thankful that I've got this connection. You know, it's like my belief system verified in a way. And there was a woman talking and saying, she was a medium, and she was saying, it's not for me to convince people of anything. And that's very much how I feel. It's not for me to convince you of anything. You know, if whatever this universal energy is wants you to be convinced, it's going to come in and convince you in the way it did to me. So, yeah, it's just my job to relate the messages. But I was thinking about this and how grateful I was for this connection. And I got the song, really old song, haven't heard it for ages, but it was Everything's Gonna Be Alright by Sweetbox. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be okay. And it was such a reassuring song to channel in that moment. So I wanted to share that with you. Everything's gonna be alright. It's all part of the divine plan. That TV show as well, just kind of as a little side note, there was a lady on it and she was talking about her very close friend Bud, and she it was showing these kind of images of their time together. He's kind of holding these flowers, and as I sort of thought about her relationship with this Bud, I got a very strong tingling sensation on the bottom of my feet, like a very, like, really noticeable tingling sensation on the bottom of my feet. And I thought, well, I wonder what that's to do, like, with Bud. I wonder why they're giving me that. And the very next clip was him walking barefoot on a beach. And I was like, well, there we go. That's why I was getting the tingling sensation on the bottom of my feet. I don't know. It's interesting, that show, because I can relate so strongly to some of them. There was a lady who was like leading a group, an Irish lady, and she channels in a very similar way to me. She was saying, if I said someone's handing you an orange, does that mean anything to you? And it's because she saw an image of someone handing someone an orange, and that's very much how the images come to me. So it's nice when I can relate to people, and it's like I'm not the only person who has this weird experience. Anyway, that aside, I don't know why I felt the need to talk about that. I think mainly because I wanted to give you that song, Everything's Going to Be Alright, because it's really reassuring when it feels like the world's falling apart. Now, to the actual channeled messages I got as I was falling asleep last night, very strong, very clear. It wasn't anything to do, nothing to do with me. I haven't been watching much Disney in particular, especially not the ones that have come through. So I very much felt like someone else was probably watching The Little Mermaid. So if you've just been watching The Little Mermaid, it's like it was like I could see the whole of Little Mermaid playing out in my head, like it was being beamed directly into my head. But I got a series of songs, a series of images from Disney, and the common theme was pink, like the colour pink. So I got an image of Ariel, the Little Mermaid. She was sat on a gold throne. I think she was combing her hair with a fork, but she had a pink dress on. I was very, very drawn to the pink dress. Then I saw, now I don't know if these are actually from the film or if they're from like a sequel, or I don't know what they're from, but then I saw Maid Marian, the Fox version, and she was dancing, and I was very drawn to the pink veil. You know how it like sits over her ears, like the peaked pink veil. Then I got an image of, as I was kind of like thinking, oh, there's a connection there, they've both got the pink. I was then shown Cinderella's dress. You know, when the birds and the animals are helping her to make the dress, and it's kind of like the birds pull up the dress and the dress is floating. Now, I can't remember if it is pink, but the image I saw was a pink dress. I can't remember if it's pink or blue. I think it is pink. Then I saw sisters singing. So it was a mix of Cinderella's sisters singing and Ariel's sisters singing. Just a very brief flash. Now, I don't have any sisters, so it's not my sisters. Not this Cinderella. Then I got very, very strongly part of that world, the song from The Little Mermaid, I want to be where the people are, like it was being beamed directly into my head. I could see it, I could hear it. It was like I was watching it through somebody else's eyes. And then I got the pink pig from Toy Story, so the little pink toy pig. So again, this theme of like pink and Disney were the key connections between all those things. So I don't know if any of that means anything to you. Maybe you're going to Disney, maybe you're a huge Disney fan, maybe your favourite colour is pink, maybe you're dealing with, I don't know, a child who really likes Disney and the colour pink. But very, very common theme there. So what else did I get? As I was also, interestingly enough, I've been using the cards from the traditional tarot to tune into your energies, to try and get specific messages for your sign. And you can see that this child here, she's actually got this pink fabric. So again, children, pink fabric. I don't know if there's anything there for somebody. Like, I don't know, this is the thing, and this is what those people were saying on that TV show. Like, I don't know why I'm getting these messages. They don't mean anything to me, but I presume they mean something to somebody out there. So what have we got? I got, as I was tuning in, I saw like the surface of water, as though I was underwater, and I was looking up and I could see like surface ripples, like the sunlight on the ripples of the water. And I felt a compression on my chest, like a tightness, but like a compression on my chest, and my lips were tingling, as though my lips were also being like crushed or compressed. So I don't know if somebody's had CPR. I don't know if this is an experience somebody's had where they've had a near-death experience where they've been drowning, and they've had the chest compressions and that someone blowing into the mouth. But I also saw a conch shell, which obviously is a kind of pinkish shell. Because of all the pink, I got Pink by Aerosmith. Pink is the colour of fashion. And as I got that song, my heart leapt. Then I channeled, it's a classical tune. I'm going to try and sing it. I'm sorry, it's not good. I mean, it was good enough for Google to understand what it was, but it's that. So I googled it, it came up with minuet and string quartet in A major. So I don't know if that song has any relevance to you. My relevance to that is, it always makes me think of when I was a child. I really liked this TV show called Sooty. It's like a little glove puppet, like a little bear. I don't know if everybody knows Sooty. There was an episode where they went to like an art gallery or a museum, and that music was playing. It was like my first experience of that song. So that song always makes me think of being a child and watching Sooty. So again, there could be something there for somebody. Your songs as I was setting up the reading were The Less I Know the Better, the cover by the Blossoms. Again, Blossom is pink, so very strong pink theme here. And Waking Up by Elastica. I work hard but I'm lazy. That's very Leo. Lazy but you work hard. But what I got from this is The Less I Know the Better and Waking Up. So it's almost like maybe somebody's been buried their head in the sand, or they kind of like, the less I know the better, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to deal with that, but they're having like this waking up moment where it's like this realization, this acknowledgement. Could be to do with what's going on politically at the moment, like a shake up, wake up moment of pay attention to this. It's a big deal, possibly, but everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be okay. Okay, I am going to just make sure I'm properly hooked up to the energies again, and we're going to pull some cards. Okay, I'm tuned in, but I forgot to give you a randomised song. So here we go. On my like songs, got all sorts on here. Let's see what you get. Leo. Last night she said, never gonna, I don't know why. Last Night by The Strokes. Okay, that might be a bit too much information, Leo. I'm gonna make a note of that and then we'll pull your cards. They keep saying they don't understand in that song, don't they? My girlfriend, she don't understand. So it could be something to do, like you've got some kind of point of view, but other people aren't understanding it, possibly. Now, with this deck, I'm using I'll show you whatever's on the bottom, 7 of Wands there. Yeah, okay. I like that image. I mean, I won't get into it. I don't have the time to get into it. But I'm using the In-Between Tarot here. You can see that it's actually in between the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, so the space between. But it's... I'm going to use whatever it says at the bottom of the card, just because it's going to be too long a reading if I go into the between space. So we're just going to go on the title of the card. So let's get an overall energy, please, for Leo's reading. Okay, I'm going to take, you may, fall out. With that image that I showed you at the bottom of the deck, can come with a feeling of being under attack, being defensive. So with all the cards pouring out like that, there could be some sort of fallout in your life that you're dealing with. So we've got the 10 of Cups, happiness and justice. So some kind of justice coming in terms of happiness, or it could be signing some sort of contract to do with something that makes you very happy. Could be working or spending time with other people as well. The 10 of Cups is happiness shared. So it's a really beautiful image as well, just kind of show you. There we go. So like happy family life. Really lovely image on that card. And then here, this justice, she's actually coming in to intervene. This person is presumably going to be hung, but justice rides in on a horse to intervene. So there could be a feeling of something that was very unfair, either the divine or someone riding in with some sort of truth. You can see that she's got her sword held high, some kind of truth in regards to something where you have happiness with other people, but it's going to come in like karma or justice or a fair decision, possibly, especially if there's been some sort of upset possibly to your 10 of Cups, to your happiness, some kind of conflict, some kind of arguments. It's like it's going to be resolved. I may just put them like that actually to save space. So I'm doing you a full spread today. I'm going to go past, present, future, heart space, headspace, action space. Is your energy. I'm reading for you. It is possible that it could be somebody that you're connecting with, but I am intentionally reading for you. So take it as it resonates. Also, gender is non-specific unless I specifically say it is. So he, she, they, switch them around as necessary. Okay, past, heart space. Wow, that flew out. The 8 of Coins. Yeah, definitely something to do with work here, or something you've been working really hard on. Something you're very passionate about. It's in your heart space. So you have an emotional investment here of something that you've been working on really hard, really trying to make it the best it can be. I'm going to go to your thoughts, past thoughts. We're going to pull clarifiers and go more in depth, so don't worry about that. Again, the sense of working on something, the King of Coins. Yeah, okay. You may have, and the King of Coins and the King of Cups in your past thoughts. So this is kind of like you probably weighing up something to do with either emotion, and it's no, with this card being in your emotions, the Eight of Coins in your emotions, it's like you have a huge amount of passion for what you do, or an emotional investment in what you do for a living. You may have actually mastered something here. You may have kind of come to the top of your game, or you may be doing something like me, how I was saying it's like I'm an unpaid teaching assistant because I'm teaching my child at home. Maybe you're teaching your child at home, so it's something you've got an emotional investment in, but you've also, it's something you love. Maybe you literally are a teacher, but there's a sense of having some kind of guardianship over something that's younger than you. So you may, at work, you may look after apprentices, for example, or work experience people, or you may, it's coming through as an emotional investment in something that you do on a practical level, which involves caring for people who are in a less powerful position than you. So take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. It could also be, again, something political going on here. We've got these suffragettes at the top. What's going on in past action space? The Knight of Swords, almost like the sword in the stone, I always think of that card. The Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. So I'm gonna keep pulling cards. We'll clarify them in a moment. So current heart space, please, for Leo. Stop giving me so many cards. One card at a time, please. Oh my gosh, are you getting married? Do you want to get married? That's marriage. Headspace, you're thinking about it anyway. Three of Coins, working with other people. Action space, that's too many cards. I'm just going to go again. Action space, please. Thank you. Seven of Cups, choices. Future emotion space, please. Future emotional space. Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay. Thoughts, please. Thoughts, please. Thank you. Future thoughts. The Seven of Wands in reverse. That's the image that we saw at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So that's good. That's dropping the defenses. And the future action space. I'm not sure if that's... Yeah, that is the cup they want. The cup they want. That is the card they want. Nine of Cups. I wasn't sure if that was the right card, but I get the sense that it is. The Nine of Cups there. Ace of Coins here. Yeah, you could be starting a new job or a new project at work, or you could be proposing to someone. This card can indicate a proposal, whether that's an engagement or, you know, maybe proposing some sort of project. With the image of that card, it's a sense of it's time to do this. It's the right time. Your spread is looking really nice actually here, Leo. Let's get you an overall energy. The Stingray keeps on coming out. Going under the radar a little bit there. The horse as well. Workhorse, they're giving me the term workhorse. So putting a lot of effort into it. Yeah, you have some kind of master plan here, some kind of project that you're very emotionally invested in, something that can go somewhere. It feels like planting the seeds of something that can go the distance. I'm hearing go the distance. So strengthening your backbone, really getting your chakras into alignment, maybe going under the radar a little bit, doing a bit of research on the side, kind of mastering something. You may have actually gone, I'm not seeing the Hierophant here or anything like that to indicate higher learning, but with the Eight of Pentacles there, and with this kind of planning, this sense of planning that I'm getting from you, kind of secretly planning something, not secretly as in like being deceptive, but you've had some sort of idea and you've been mulling it over in your head, kind of getting a bit of a plan together before you do the big reveal, it feels like. So again, it could be proposing, like you want to get the ring and you want to kind of like get everything right for when you do it. So it's not like deceptive at all. I'm not seeing the Seven of Swords. It just feels like you're kind of getting your head around whatever this plan is. Okay. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I'm going to get general messages for a lot of different people. But yeah, absolutely interesting, because you've got the Nine of Cups here, which is happiness on your own, being in a place where you can make yourself emotionally happy without being codependent on other people. It's like, you know, when I'm down, I can pick myself back up. I can find that happiness within. But it's also about wish fulfillment. And you can see, actually, and now I said I wasn't going to read in between, but it's the Nine of Cups, if it can focus, the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups. So going from happiness on your own, being very strong emotionally on your own, to the Ten of Cups, which is sharing it with other people. Now over here, you've got the Ten of Cups in your underlying. So the general theme for this reading is happiness shared with other people, starting a family perhaps. And of course, if you do what I'm seeing here, this is like you thinking or feeling like you want to get married, basically. It can mean other things, and I'll go into that when we get there, but very strongly that's coming through. So wanting to get into this commitment with somebody. It could be a work commitment, right? So the Ten of Cups is like joining with somebody else. And of course, the Justice card would be here because you have to sign marriage contracts, right? It's a legal commitment you're making to somebody. I want to pull cards on this. This is like my romantic Libra, like, I don't know, love of all things romance. And I've got Venus in, I forgot, Libra and Venus in, what have I got? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Venus in Libra, yeah, as well. So, yeah, very, very romantic sort there. Okay, so the Eight of Pentacles there. So in your heart space, you've been working really hard on something, kind of mastering something. What has Leo been working hard on? Whoa. So again, fallouts. You may have been working hard on resolving some kind of fallout that left you feeling very exhausted or fearful. Focusing instead on being excited for new projects, something that you're passionate about, communicating something that you're passionate about here. This is very much your energy. Look, there's a cat there. It's one's energy, which is fire sign energy. I see this is like Leo energy. There's a sense of loyalty as well. Immaturity, something that's not fully formed yet. You know, like a plan, a work project that's not not completed yet, it's still quite new, being very excited about it, shouting about it, but it comes with this sense of like people fighting or like conflict or competition, which feels exhausting to you, makes you feel really drained and kind of stuck in your own head. So you've been working on, I think, focusing on the passion and letting the kind of conflicts and anxiety around it, kind of releasing that, I would say. I'm going to put these back because there's quite a few cards there, and just to kind of show you, I'm going to put them back separately. They may come back out again. So over here, this gorgeous energy here in your thoughts is like, right, how do I approach this with a lot of patience, a lot of love? How do I nurture others? You could also be thinking about somebody. You could be, right, it could be two people. The King of Cups is somebody who could be a water sign, but it's somebody approaching a situation with it from an emotional space, being very balanced emotionally, very nurturing, very compassionate. They may not always reveal their emotions. They may not be crying every time like a sad song plays, but they have those emotions there. The King is quite reserved, so they have a lot of emotional control. Over here you've got this King of Pentacles. Now the King of Pentacles would tend to indicate an earth sign. Again, doesn't have to be. And then you've got that Ace of Pentacles, that kind of the aces are kind of like divine inspiration or divine gifts from the universe coming into the 3D. So you can see that there you've got that Ace of Pentacles coming in there. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's very grounded, again, very nurturing, quite practical. They're the sort of person that never misses a day of work, or, you know, very committed to practical matters. So also, again, very, very mature. Why has that got something on that card? Don't know. Very, very mature, very stable, very grounded. So it could be two separate people that you're thinking about, probably masculine, probably male, doesn't have to be. You could be making some sort of choice between perhaps working with two different people, or it could be relationship, right? It could be that you have two fatherly energies in your life and you're thinking about asking them for advice. It could be a lot of different things. I'm reading it because this is your reading. I'm reading it as your energy. So you being in, whether you're male, female, or non-binary, you being in a very, very stable, very mature, quite a reserved, kind of nurturing energy. So tell me why these two kings are here, please. What's going on with these two kings in Leo's thoughts? Making an offer there. If I swear to God, somebody could be proposing here. If they're not proposing marriage, they're proposing some sort of project, or this could be you definitely having some kind of, I was talking about you having some kind of project in mind or some kind of idea of something you want to do, and you've kind of been putting a lot of kind of studying into it. Again, that page of wands that came out, it's somebody who's learning. So you've been learning something, putting a bit of a plan together, and here comes the Knight of Pentacles with that plan, moving forward with a plan. You've really put a lot of thought into this, and it's coming from a place of protection and care and compassion, and this need to make something grow. This is like with, if you're showing us two kings, this is with that stag there, this is like you being an emperor in the making. Now again, don't worry about gender, but this is somebody who is really taking control of the life, really very mature, very experienced, very capable, on your way to being kind of the best version of yourself. This is a very beautiful reading, Leo. But yeah, the thing with the Knight of Pentacles, he can be very, very slow moving. So it can take him, because he cares so much, right? Because I'm saying he again, he, she, they, because he cares so much about his project, he's got a lot of emotion invested in this, I can see from this reading. He really wants to make sure he's doing it right, which is where that anxiety came from as well. So this is like needing time to make sure you've got everything perfect. Really, really beautiful energy. So what have we got down here? The Knight of Swords. So you're showing us the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. This is your action space. The Knight of Swords is actually taking action. They take quite quick action as well. They can be ready to cut things out. They can be very much like, right, what do I need to do? Let's get it done. You could be communicating something, but possibly not, because his sword's kind of... Now, I know that he's carving... I know that he's carving things into... Again, you could be a teacher. This is like, it's almost giving me a teacher writing on the blackboard. These are the students. But it kind of is giving me like the sword is stuck energy, like sword in the stone. So he's trying to pull the sword out of the stone. So it could be that you want to communicate something, or you're waiting for communication. But there could be some kind of misunderstanding. It's almost as though perhaps he doesn't speak the same language as these people. So he's... carving images, using images to communicate instead. So there's something to do with communication where perhaps you don't quite speak the same language. I get this a lot because I talk a lot with my American friends, and American English and British English are not the same. The word chips, for example, means something different. So it could be that there's something there where there's a little bit of a communication hiccup. Also, it's like this crown here it's on a branch, but I'm seeing it as being also stuck in the stone. It's very much sword in the stone energy here. So it's like you want success in something. You want that. It's not even, I don't think that you want recognition for what you're doing. It's more like you want to be in the driving seat here. You want to be in the driving seat, but there's some kind of hiccup with communication. So you're trying to free your crown, maybe wanting some kind of leadership position or position of authority. But again, it's with this sense of like educating children, or being a role model for other people. It comes in, this is in your past, so it comes in with this Nine of Pentacles. It's the 9 into the 10 of Pentacles. Now this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. You can see that it's suffragettes. The suffragettes have victory now, and what this imagery says to me with this man here right at the forefront is that because the suffragettes got victory, they got the right to vote. The storyline of what I'm saying with this card is that they can then use their power and influence to stand up for the rights of other people. So, for example, racial issues. So, to me, this is like being in a position, it's coming through in the past as you being in a position where you kind of at the top of your game in some way, or you've got a position of authority, or you've got an education perhaps, and you want to use that to help others. So you've got it for you're good on your own. It could be that you're independent, right? You've got to a really good position in your career, so it's like, right, okay, I've done that, now I want to kind of bring love into the occasion. I'm not going to pull another card there because I feel like that's quite self-explanatory, and you've got a lot of cards out. So I want to get up here to this in your current heart space. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. It's the Hierophant, and I was there saying the Hierophant's not here. I thought it was the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Hierophant can indicate higher education, university, higher learning. It can indicate connection with God, with spirit, with the universe. It's quite authoritative. So as I was saying here about this possibly being contracts, this can indicate again some kind of like formal commitment. You can see they're actually getting married here. It does have a connotation of marriage. I was seeing that as the Two of Cups, which is an equal partnership, but and I was getting marriage from it, right? These two cards together, I was getting marriage, and it's actually the Hierophant, which is so strong marriage energy here. So thinking about if you are married, thinking about your own marriage, perhaps how lucky you are, how in sync you both are. It's going into the Lovers card as well, so it's like marriage into like love. Well, obviously love and marriage, I don't know, love and marriage, baby carriage, maybe you're having a baby, maybe that's why there's so many children here, that's what you're thinking about. This Three of Wands as well into the Four of Wands. I'm reading it as the Four of Wands. Now the Three of Wands is about making a decision and sticking to it, knowing exactly where you want to go, but needing a little bit of time to make it happen, waiting for your ships to come in. Now the Four of Wands is about marriage. You can see it's making the number 1111, which is kind of a big number, a famous number in tarot. It indicates a very strong connection with another person, sort of soulmate energy. And you can see these two people are kind of walking hand in hand up this path to their future together. So yeah, it's like getting married and having a marriage celebration, having the party. It's very equal. You can see there's a sun and moon on here. Like, honestly, this energy, these two cards together are beautiful, and this is in your heart space. So very emotionally invested in this, whatever this is. So celebration of a milestone, you know, for those of you it's not marriage, it could be graduating university and wanting to have that celebration, that you know, maybe you've finalized the plans, or maybe you know exactly what you want to do in terms of when lockdown lifts, how you're going to celebrate that. Excuse me, sorry. The Hierophant and the Three of Wands, justice, there you go. Some kind of contract here, though. Definitely some kind of contract here. Something very formal, something very official. Again, it could be a degree. This could be a degree, a diploma. Marriage contract, justice served, good karma coming for something that you've done in the past. I'm leaving that out. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually, do you know what? I'm tempted to put Justice back in just because she's kind of a key theme. I want to see if she comes out for any other cards. So what do you have here? So in your thoughts, though, you're thinking about this Three of Coins. So Three of Pentacles is about working together as part of a team. Everybody bringing different expertise into something. Interestingly, though, they're kind of all doing the same thing here, and they're doing it under this kind of very ominous statue in the background. So something about being at work, being watched while you do something, everybody's individual skills not being utilized to the best of their ability. It's like everybody's got to do the same thing, but you're there saying, well, why do we all have to do the same thing? If I'm really good at this thing and that person's really good at that thing, doesn't it make more sense if we kind of all do what we're good at rather than all doing the same task at when maybe that's not what we're best at, something like that. What's the Three of Coins doing here, please, in Leo's current thoughts? It could be that you're thinking about working together. Again, for those of you who are starting some kind of new project, kind of putting something into action here, doing the planning, it may be like, who else do I need to come in here to help me with this? King of Pentacles again. Absolutely, you are very business orientated, very, very business orientated in your thoughts, Leo. You are solid, you've got a plan and you are sticking to it. The Knight of Pentacles, actually you've got the King of Pentacles here with the Knight of Pentacles moving to the King of Pentacles. Very, very grounded, could definitely be connecting with an earth sign, could be a father, a boss, a partner. This is like husband. This is a husband in the tarot. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But yeah, it's a huge amount of nurturing here, a huge amount of abundance and wealth and what's the word I'm trying to think of? Nurturing? No, nourishment. I'm looking at those grapes. Somebody who owned a vineyard would be very wealthy, traditionally. Again, I keep picking up on this person who may literally own a vineyard or an orchard. So it could be you. Seven of Cups here. So Seven of Cups is figuring out, this is in your current action space. Seven of Cups, normally it can indicate confusion. It can indicate a sense of like looking at all the different relationships in your life and kind of weighing them up and thinking, what do I want? What do I want from my friends and family and the people around me? In this card, there's no confusion. The light is clearly shining on that white flower. There's no other flowers. This person only has eyes for one person or one friendship. It's like, this is the most important thing to me and I'm very clear on it. So very nice. Also, interestingly enough, that leads into the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from a situation because you feel like there's something missing emotionally. In your future, you've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. You are not walking away from this. You know that this is what's right for you. It's coming through as very pure and innocent as well. Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups in Leo's action space. Yeah, very clear. You are very, very clear about what you want at the moment, Leo. Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this isn't... Clarify Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, absolutely. There's no messing around here. There's no confusion. There could be a sense of something in the past where something didn't work out with this Five of Cups, and kind of like, this is kind of like crying over spilt milk. Also, the Page of Cups in reverse can indicate a false apology. So see, that would make a lot of sense for me. That would be you seeing this relationship as something very pure, very simple, very almost like naive. Like you want to enter into a relationship with this person and look after them. It's a child. I think possibly this person... It's quite hard to read, but what I'm getting, it could come through differently. If you read it in a different way, take it as it resonates for you. What I'm getting here, intuitively, mostly, is a sense of... I was talking about possibly some sort of fallout up here. It could be somebody who's very sweet. And there's a sense of there's no need to apologise. There's no need to apologise here. Whether that's you trying to apologise to somebody else, feeling like you're in the dark and this thing's very, very pure and sweet. It's like this person doesn't need you to apologise. They're not in that Five of Cups energy. Or vice versa. This person could be trying to apologise to you and you're like, no, I know, I see you as being very sweet. We haven't fallen out. I don't need you to apologise. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. This is one of the most difficult cards, and it's in the reverse, and this can indicate an immaturity, but it's in reverse. So it's actually positive that these two cards are in reverse, because it actually shows that it's not the more challenging energy. Somebody is more mature than you thought they were. This person's either coming out of this Five of Cups energy, they're looking at the Two of Cups. It's coming through as very, very sweet, very forgiving, very forgiving. So the Eight of Cups is my video cut out. The Eight of Cups is in the reverse. Somebody is not walking away from this. No, if you thought the ship had sailed, if you thought perhaps you'd had a fallout with somebody and they were out of it, they were like not into it, you know, they're not going to accept your apology. No, they're sticking around and they're looking towards the future. So tell me about the Eight of Cups in reverse in Leo's emotional space. Could be you not walking away from something, like, you know, I see the potential in this. Oh, Empress. Oh my goodness. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, so here comes some communication. It's not in the action space, it's in the emotional space. So you being very clear, knowing that you're not walking away from something, wanting also getting the higher perspective, getting clarity, getting justice. It's like the sword of justice, right? And this Empress, quite a bit of Libran energy going on here. This could be you being the Empress, being like, I was talking about becoming the Emperor here. The Empress is like a very soft, like the Emperor, but she's more nurturing. Again, I was seeing these two kings as being very nurturing, so don't worry about the gender so much, but this is somebody very nurturing. There's a huge amount of potential with this person. They've got all the tools they need to make something happen. Very calm, very stable, very loving. It could be a mother, could be wanting to communicate something to a mother. Very, very, very powerful energy. This is somebody that you could go to for support, and she would give it to you without question in a very practical way. She's all four queens of the tarot. She's got the passion, the emotional stability, the compassion, the ability to nurture and work hard, and who am I missing? The clarity, the strategy, the open, honest communication of the Queen of Swords. So she's everything. If this is not you, this is somebody you've got on a pedestal. This is like your person, like this is, you know, I was saying that you've only got eyes for one person, you've only got eyes for this person, and they are everything to you. Again, the Empress can indicate marriage, also pregnancy. She's got this rabbit with her. She indicates growth, potential, the ability to take something and make it bigger and better. She's an expansive energy. So communicating or clarity regarding this Empress, not walking away from something. There is nothing missing emotionally here. Like, this is everything you could have ever wanted. Or it's you absolutely bossing it, getting that clarity, emotional clarity, knowing where you want to be, and like being prepared on an emotional level to get what you want. Here we have the Seven of Wands in reverse. This is somebody dropping the defenses. So if you've been defensive in the past, again, there was a sense of like this starting with some sort of fallout or conflict or competition. This is like dropping the defenses, no longer running away from something because it scares you, no longer having the barriers up, the defenses up. So explain to me why the Seven of Wands is in reverse, please, in Leo's thoughts. Leo's future thoughts, Tower moment. Yeah, here comes that clarity. Now, couple of ways I could read this. I'm taking it with this Ace of Swords here. It's like you could get a piece of news, you could get a piece of information, somebody could communicate something with you. It's giving you a huge amount of clarity. it feels like a good tower moment. Now, the tower moments can sometimes feel like the rug's been pulled out from underneath your feet. It's destructive, it's chaos, don't know what's going on. You know, your foundations have been shook. Sometimes it can just indicate a light bulb moment, a flash of lightning, a moment of clarity where it's like, I know, it's like it's coming in and you're like, everything makes sense now. I know exactly what I need to do. Emotionally stable, dropping the defenses, almost like allowing this tower moment to come in. Is like if you've been resisting something, it could be resisting communicating something or resisting an ending of something. It's like no longer resisting it. It's like, oh, what? Let the waves crash, or oh, it's giving me something. Just a minute. I don't know what it's from. It feels like Shakespearean, or like maybe even like Game of Thrones, or Lord of the Rings, you know, something that's like set in that kind of historical context with the old language. But it's like it almost sounds like let them come, like we're ready for them. Okay, I can't quite get what it is, and it's bothering me now. I'm probably going to finish the reading and then remember what it was. There's that Seven of Cups with the indecision, but again, the sense on this Seven of Cups is like they've only got eyes for you. Like they're not even looking at those other cups. They are very clear-minded. They want you, with that Seven of Wands there as well. So in your actual action space, so you can be feeling all this and thinking all this. In your action space, you're showing us the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups. So getting that emotional stability of the Empress and the King of Water here, King of Cups here. Huge amount of emotional stability, not getting upset by whatever was going on here. It's like if somebody's done you wrong in the past, they've tried to apologise. It's like, yeah, sure, okay, fine, accept your apology, but not really interested in it. Like, what you do doesn't affect me that much, that kind of thing. So here you've got the emotional stability. You're very happy on your own, and you're wanting to share it with other people. So up here, you were feeling this urge to make some sort of commitment or celebrate some kind of union with somebody else or celebrate something you've done. And over here I see it like actually starting to manifest into the action space. So tell me about the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups down here. Why is the Nine of Cups here in Leo's action space in the future? Leo's future action space, please. Whoa. Leo, I couldn't have set it up better. Like if I was a magician and I could do card tricks, like that is so perfect. Like that is like, this is happily ever after. This, you started with this Ten of Cups. You want the Ten of Cups. You want happiness shared with other people, and you're getting it in your future action space. I think I'm going to cry, Leo. I was saying that this is the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups, but honestly, I wasn't sure. I thought it could have even been you, Leo, going, do you know what? I thought about it. I considered it, but I'm actually really good on my own. I'm going to make my own wishes come true. I'm independent. No, it's the Nine of Cups into the Ten of Cups, confirmed by the Ten of Cups. Happily ever after. We started with Disney. Leo, you're getting your happily ever after. Now, it could be marriage with, it could be that you're having children. It could be, the traditional fairy tale kind of thing. It could, but more than that, it's whatever makes you happy. It's happiness shared with other people, or happiness shared with the community around you. So it could be a work situation where you just feel like you're part of a family, or whatever that happiness is for you, whatever your wish fulfillment is with other people, you're taking action to get it. Okay. Incredible reading. Way. There we go. One of the missing kings there. King of Wands in the underlying. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to make babies, if you're trying to get pregnant, if you're trying to have those little children running around, a little bit of King of Wands action is good. Maybe that's you, Leo, being super sexy, going last night. What are you stroking there, Leo? There's a time and a place for the King of Wands, is what I'm saying. He takes action, he gets things done. Very passionate about it too. So you've got three kings there. King of Cups, King of Pentacles twice, King of Wands. You're only missing the King of Swords, but like the King of Swords wields that Ace of Swords, and it's showing with the Empress. So maybe my throat is seizing up a lot. So maybe you've got everything else going for you, Leo, but maybe it's just the communication that you're struggling with a little bit. But the communication and the action, dropping the defenses, is what leads to the happiness. So embrace it. Let's get an advice card, please. An advice card for Leo. What's the best advice? Can I get relationship advice, please, for Leo? Relationship advice, please, for Leo. Okay, just clarify for me which way. Nope, not clear. Clarify. Yeah, okay, so that's your relationship advice. Which way would you like this, please? Okay. This way around. Okay. So 33. 1 second while I find the page. Okay, so chaos and conflict. I did say that your reading had a sense of a bit of chaos that you were dealing with, right? But it feels like it's past chaos. Stubbornness is keeping you in a state of opposition. The incessant need to be right will only serve to prolong the conflict that deep down you want resolved. This is an opportune moment to learn about your values, your sense of self, and what's really important to you. Some things are non-negotiable. Like I was saying about this, like apology in reverse here, and defensiveness, right? If that's true, it's not necessary to fight. Can you find a way through the stormy emotions to higher ground? Soon the air will clear and you will be in a much better place than before, for the storm will have passed, blazing a path for new ground in its wake. Things can become electric and enlightened, always better than before if you use this time constructively. So yeah, there is a sense of, it's kind of like a background sense of some kind of fallout or chaos, something to do with an apology here. And dropping the defences and allowing that tower moment to come in. So take that as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But it's leading you to the milk and honey. And the rainbows here signify healing as well. So could be healing a relationship where you did have a bit of a fallout, but it looks like it's totally worth doing. So if you're being a bit stubborn, saying like, oh, it's all that other person's fault, this is like, stop being... Leo, I love you. Leo, you're one of my favourite signs, but you can be the biggest, stroppiest, sulkiest baby sometimes. But you know what? I am not seeing you doing that. I'm not seeing you do that. I think you've learnt some kind of like life lesson here. It's like you're not being that little like wishy-washy page of cups having a bit of a temper tantrum. I think you've grown up. You're showing us all these kings and the empress. That is like owning it energy. Like that is not, that tendency for Leo to have a bit of a temper tantrum. Not here, not you, Leo. Like it is not in this spread. So you're handling this really well, actually. Yeah, absolutely dropping the defenses there. Being very stable, beautiful, and it leads to your happiness, right? It's like maybe you're being welcomed back into the village. Like maybe you did have a strop and walk out on a friendship group or something. And they're like, and you're like, right, okay, I know I've got to apologise. I know I've got to apologise, but I don't want to do it. And they're like, you don't even need to apologise. We're just happy you're back. We're just happy you're here, Leo. Come and join us. We've missed you. It's like, we understand there's no need for an apology. Like, come on. Right, okay. This is one of my favourite cards. Absolutely love this card. Like, just look at that happy elephant. Because I love sweet milky drinks. So whenever I look at this, I'm like, coffee. And then that elephant's like having the time of its life in there. Sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. Leo, that is one of the most beautiful readings I've ever done. Like, that is like definitely a favourite reading. It's lovely, so lovely. And it's your reading as well. I'm reading your energy, and you're coming through as this nurturing, loving, like, the best kind of leader you could possibly want. And Leo, you are, when you're in this high vibrational energy, when you're in this kind of like leadership energy, but in a way where you're like really looking after other people, like it's not just for yourself, you're looking after others, you're supporting others, you're teaching people, leading the way with this gorgeous king-like lion quality, being that empress. It's You know, people are absolutely going to flock to you. You've got, this is like the best kind of Leo energy. It's gorgeous. Just watch out for that tendency to be a little bit stubborn, a little bit defensive, a little bit childish. But with this being in reverse here, you're absolutely empress energying it. It's gorgeous, and it's leading you to this. So beautiful reading. Leave a like, share with friends if you think it's their story. Leave me a comment if anything resonated. All that shabazz. Stealth watchers, absolutely welcome. Do take care, Leo. I hope you keep this up because it looks perfect. I am jealous of you, Leo. Bye bye.